It all started when my cousin Lucas found an old toy at my grandma's house. It was a clown plush, one of those old ones with a fabric body and a hard plastic head. Its clothes were dirty, and the makeup was half faded, but the most unsettling thing was its eyes. Big, glassy, with a strange shine that seemed to follow you everywhere. Lucas was thrilled with his find, while the toy gave me chills. My grandma said he could keep it if he cleaned it. That night, Lucas put it in his room, right on the shelf facing his bed. The first night nothing weird happened, but the next day Lucas told me he had heard laughter in the early morning. I thought he was joking, but his expression was too serious. I told him he must have been dreaming, but something in his eyes made me uneasy. Things started getting stranger when I noticed the clown seemed to change positions. At first, I thought Lucas was moving it to scare me, but when he was at school and I passed by his room, the toy would appear on the floor or facing the door, even though I had left it looking out the window. One night, while we were watching a horror movie, we heard a subtle sound, like a faint jingle. We looked towards the hallway, and there was the clown lying face down. Lucas picked it up and put it back in his room, but he was visibly uncomfortable. The situation became more disturbing when Lucas started having recurring nightmares. He would wake up screaming that the clown was watching him from the edge of the bed. I tried to convince him to get rid of it, but he refused. He said the toy whispered to him not to abandon it. Things got worse when we found small handprints in the dust on the floor, right in front of Lucas' bed. They weren't the size of an adult's hand, but not quite a child's either, small and misshapen. One night, I heard knocking on my bedroom door. When I opened it, there was no one there. Just the clown in the hallway, sitting on the floor, staring at me with those shiny eyes. Lucas started acting strangely. He would sit on the floor and talk to the clown for hours, as if they were sharing secrets. When I tried to take it away, he gave me a cold stare, whispering, "He takes care of me. He doesn't want you to come near." One dawn, I heard footsteps in the hallway. I got up and saw Lucas standing in front of his room door, holding the clown, muttering something incomprehensible. I called his name, but he didn't respond. When he finally woke up, he didn't remember anything. The clown seemed to have a wider smile, as if it had enjoyed everything. We decided to hide the toy in the shed, but the next day, it reappeared on Lucas's bed. That night, I heard distorted laughter coming from his room. I went in and found him trembling, saying the clown had told him stories about the house of sad children. Finally, one morning, the clown disappeared. We searched the entire house, but it was nowhere to be found. At first, I felt relieved, but that night I found a message written on the bathroom mirror. "It never leaves, it just hides." The handwriting was Lucas's, but he swore he didn't write it. A few days later, Lucas got sick. He looked exhausted and had marks on his arms, as if someone had grabbed him forcefully. One day I heard him talking alone in his room. When I peeked in, I saw him sitting on the floor, holding the clown on his lap, stroking it while saying, "I'll never let you go." That was the last time I saw him. He disappeared one night, and although the police searched for weeks, they never found him. The only thing left was the clown, placed perfectly in the center of his bed, with a note in its hand that read, "Now he's mine." Since then, I sometimes hear those laughs at my grandma's house. And every time I go back, the clown is there, waiting for me, with that twisted smile that seems to know something I don't. No matter where I put it, it always ends up facing the door, as if it knows that one day it will come for me too.